Hello everyone, this video is going to show you how to set up your class in eChalk. This is our new homepage for eChalk. The login button has changed from last year. Now when you hit login, you're brought to a splash page for eChalk. You now have to use your full email address to log in. So you use your email address at nanuetsd.org. Your password is the same, no uppercase like eSchool, all lowercase. Oops. It would help if I put the right password. Alright, once you're logged in, any building that you teach in should be listed. Everyone's listed in the district, but then if you teach in different buildings, you should have each building listed. If you just teach in one building, that's just teaching a high school, just a high school should be listed. But if I teach cross buildings, music, art, you should have all the buildings listed where you have classes. So right now I'm going to go to Bar Middle School, and I'm going to create a class in Bar Middle School. Next to the school on the upper right, there's a green plus button. It says create new class or group. A new group would be for clubs. A new class would be for courses. Create a new class. Now you want to name the class with the name of the course name. So for example, science, then the grade, then the teacher, then the course code. So just to show you what parents and students see when they go to the public page, all the classes are organized alphabetically. So when they go to Bar Middle School and they click on the class directory, they'll see all the classes listed alphabetically, and I'm thinking that they're first going to look for the subject area, then the grade, then the teacher, because there might be more than one teacher that teaches a course. You might not need the grade for a high school level course, but for middle school you might want the grade. Then you choose the subject area, life sciences. You want to leave this unchecked because you do not want to hide it from public directory. We want to be able to see your class in the class directory. So then if the parent clicks on 7th grade, they'll see all the 7th grade listed, or if they click on ELA, they'll see all the ELA listed. Then you can have multiple sections or periods of your class. So if I teach my class period 1 and period 2, I'll click the plus, add more sections, and then put period 2. If it's a block class, double period class, you could name it period 1 and 2. That's possible too. Alright, after this, you can change the start and end dates, and then hit create. After you hit create, you're in the class page. You can see the class up here. When you click on the class name, I have 2 periods. If I want to change something, if I made a mistake in my class name or my course code, I can go to class info, and I can edit the class sections, and I can change the name, I can change the subject, I can even add, in addition to the life and physical sciences, I can add a grade level, 7, I can edit the periods, update. Right now, we don't have an ability to delete a class. If you want to get rid of a class, just hide it from the public directory, and then I'll let you know when we can delete them. After you have all your course info correct, you can hit manage public pages, and you're going to be in the pages section. So if you look over to the right, you'll see pages. I'm sorry, over to the left, you'll see pages. And you want to make a home page for this class. So when teachers or students go on the class directory here, you want them to be able to click on your class and find your information. You're going to go plus, which is create a new page, and you're going to call it a home page. What we're doing right now is going to be a one-time setup, and after it's set up, you'll be able to use it all year and year to year if you want. Create. Now I have a home page created. The way eChalk works is you have rows. I've been steering teachers towards 2 rows, each row cut in half, 50-50%, because this mimics how eChalk used to look. If I hit edit here, add a new row, I do 50%, choose, add a new row, 50%, choose. Now I have 4 blocks where I can add content. The old eChalk had a calendar in the upper left, an announcement in the upper right, a discussion board in the bottom left, and a resource section in the bottom right. We're going to mimic the old eChalk. And then if when you get comfortable with the system, you want to change the way it looks, that's fine. I'm going to put my calendar here. So I'm going to hit on add content. And then a calendar is considered events. And I want to give my calendar a name. So I want to name my calendar my course name, my science, grade 7, Polizzi calendar. And I'm going to save it. Now it is possible if you're a class like a resource room and you want to pull in multiple calendars, if we go to edit block here, we could find more sources and you can have multiple calendars. In the upper right, we're going to add content and we're going to add our text box. A feed is a way to do multiple announcements on a daily basis. You can add images, videos, social. You can add a Twitter feed if you wanted to, or a links list. But for the most part, for these blocks, we're going to make them text boxes. I'm going to call it announcements. And I'll put a little announcement in. Save it. And the 2 bottom blocks here, I'm going to make my resource section. Now the difference between the new eChalk and the old eChalk is that when you make resources, you can't have a long list that's alphabetized anymore, like the old eChalk. Now they want you to have, instead of folders and long lists, they want you to have a block for each section of resources you want. So if you're a teacher that just has 5 or 10 resources, you only need 1 resource block. But if you're a teacher who has a lot of resources for each unit or topic you cover, you might want to have a block for every resource. For example, if I do a text block, these might be my resources for Unit 1. Now, this block might be my resources for Unit 2. If I need to add Unit 3, Unit 4, I just add more rows down here. Right, so now I have my page set up. I can hit done editing and I want to publish the page. Once you publish the page, you'll see a link and I can see my page live. And right now I have nothing in my calendar, no announcement, no resources yet. If I go to the bar middle school page and I look in class directory, I can now see my page, which I called Science Grade 7 Polizzi. So if I go down to S's, I can see Science Grade 7 Polizzi here. But when I click on it, I go to here. Science Grade 7 Polizzi. What I want to do is go back here, and the last piece of making a class is under pages. Right now, my profile page is my landing page. So if I go to my class directory and I go back to my Science Grade 7 Polizzi, the one I just made, when I click on that, it just goes to my profile page. That calendar I made, the announcement, the Unit 1, Unit 2 resources, those aren't there. It's in my profile. I need to change my landing page, is called, from my profile to my home page. If I click on my home page here and I make that my landing page, now when I go to my class directory and I go to my Science Grade 7 Polizzi, now I see my calendar, my announcements, my resources here. So now I have my class page set up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break up these videos, and in the next video I'm going to show you how to add resources, and then the video after that I'll show you how to add to the calendar, and then a video after that I'll show you how to add members.